Veterans Affair with Monet. And today we begin the way Americans always should, by honoring the brave. So to every Gold Star family, to every surviving spouse, to every child and parent carrying the legacy of a fallen hero, this episode is for you. This is about duty, honor, country, and making sure the promises made to our veterans and their families are promises kept. The Department of Veterans Affairs announced a new regulation that will lead to faster decisions and quicker payments for certain types of survivors' claims. And let me tell you, that matters. Because when a service member gives their life in the line of duty, or when a veteran passes from service-connected injuries or illnesses, their family should not be caught up in red tape. Previously, the VA was required to process Dependency and Indemnity Compensation, also known as DIC, and the survivor's pension as two separate claims. That meant longer processing times because both benefits required formal decisions, even though, in most cases, one clearly paid more than the other. But effective February 23rd, that changes. Now, the VA will automatically pay the higher of the two benefits, most often DIC, without delaying the process to fully develop the lesser benefit. That means less waiting, less paperwork, faster support for families during some of the hardest days of their lives. VA Secretary Doug Collins called it a common sense change that streamlines the survivor's claims process, reduces administrative burdens, and delivers quicker decisions to beneficiaries during their most challenging times. And you know what? He's right. Because caring for the families of our fallen is not politics, it's patriotism. Now let's break this down clearly. DIC is a tax-free monthly benefit paid to eligible surviving spouses, children, and even parents of service members who died in the line of duty, or veterans who died from service-connected conditions. Okay, so survivor's pension is also tax-free and is paid to qualified surviving spouses and unmarried dependent children of wartime veterans who meet certain income and net worth limits set by Congress. In most cases, DIC provides the greater financial benefit. But there is one exception. And this really is important. If the claimant is the veteran's surviving spouse, has no dependents, is living in a nursing home, and has applied for or is receiving Medicaid, then survivor's pension may actually pay more than DIC. In that situation, the VA will award survivor's pension and will not continue developing the DIC claim. Okay? So that's targeted, specific exception. But for the overwhelming majority of families, this new rule means quicker DIC payments without the unnecessary delays. And right here, in the middle of this message, I want to say this clearly. If you or someone you love is a surviving spouse or dependent of a veteran, don't wait. Do not assume someone else has already handled it. Pick up the phone. Call VA Benefits Hotline at 800-827-1000. That's 800-827-1000. And ask questions. Get clarity. Advocate for what your family has earned through sacrifice. Because these benefits are not handouts. They are part of the sacred contract between a nation and those who defend it. America is strongest when we stand behind our military families, not just in words, but in action. This new regulation is about honoring that responsibility. It's about ensuring that when a family is grieving, they are not buried under bureaucracy. It's about remembering that freedom is not free, and neither is the cost carried by the loved ones left behind. So today, as we talk about faster decisions and quicker payments, we are really talking about dignity. We are talking about efficiency and service of honor. We're talking about a country that keeps its word. So if you need more information, again, contact the VA Benefits Hotline at 800-827-1000. That's 800-827-1000. Share this episode with a veteran family. Share it in your church. Share it in your community, because informed families are empowered families. This has been Veterans Affairs with Monet Swan, where we speak plainly, stand proudly, and always fight to make sure our veterans and their families receive the benefits they have earned under God, under the red, the white, and the blue. So God bless our veterans, God bless their families, and God bless the United States of America. I'm Monet Swan.